In this last video, we will be finishing the Lockdown Productivity Spaceship U YouTube video by CGP Grey. As before, I will be showing questions and thoughts for you to reflect on while we watch. And after the video finishes, you'll be asked to take a moment and reflect on what you've just viewed.
Well, you're probably watching this from your default station, Couch, which comes pre-installed on all vessels. It's pretty comfy, and NetMe 2 Plus does have a tetratrillion hours of streaming video, much of which is amazing. And you do have a lot of time. But, you will burn through the list of things you truly enjoy surprisingly fast. The stream of streaming looks infinite, but it isn't, and getting to the effective end of things worth watching is a mixed achievement get. You'll then have stuff just on, half watching, slumping down, not really paying attention, perhaps along with some games that can easily eat into the hours and hide the current state of the core, such that you don't notice until too late you've started to drift. Couch contains twin dangers. This lapse into lethargy, along with the amping of anxiety. When things are bad on Earth, it's natural to want to follow every development, every detail, which can descend into a self-irradiation with novel anxieties and angers over that which you cannot affect. This unactionable agitation debaselines the brain and drains the core. Look around you. This is your actionable environment. So, take action from Couch, tidy it, and sanctify the boundaries of a new recreation station, where you will engage with entertainment you enjoy when actually giving it your full attention, or fun that's really fun, or leisure where you feel better for having done it. This is also a good spot to have communicator coffee chats. Not quite the same as the real thing, but palliative, and others in their ships are more open to them than you might expect. When it's recreation time, see who is around. This station should be a refreshing place, but it does have a tendency to become a bit bleh and spread out more than the others if left unchecked. So while with sleep you want to schedule consistent time, with exercise you need to make sure you're spending a minimum of time, with recreation keep an eye on the maximum and the quality of time. Now, taking action within your radius brings us to the final station, creation. Before discussing the inside of this border, recognize you've already done creation outside, creating the environment around yourself to be useful to yourself, starting a feedback loop where you affect the environment positively and the environment positively affects you. So while Creation Station will have borders like the others, the ultimate scope of your potential creation is everything you have the power to affect, which includes yourself. It is here where, through work, you can create things humans value, through study and research knowledge, through practice skills. Depending on what your Earth work is, you might be able to continue that up here. If so, you're remotely helping keep the wheels of the world turning by creating or doing what others value. If a student, continue learning and expanding and demonstrating your ability to accomplish what is required, creating and proving your future self. But if your work or studies can't be done in isolation, you're still going to create something. You have all the hours you need to pursue new skills, to become better at something than you were before, which is how this station keeps the mental half of the core in top shape. This station will be the most different depending on who you are and what you want to do or achieve. Crafts are creation, coding is creation, so is cooking. This station is up to you, which can be a bit daunting, but one suggestion. In a funny way, this station is like sleep. 1, 2, 3, work doesn't work. So, just like sleep, keep this station especially hygienic, clear of everything except what to focus on, crossing the border only to create, not to consume. Do not watch NetMe 2 Plus here, you have a place for that. If you're too tempted, get up and leave, that's okay. It's better to be honest and keep the borders strict. Don't even consume food during creation. Go when you need that break, return when you're ready. Like with sleep, this doesn't happen instantly, so allow yourself to be a bit bored at the start before slipping into it. So, these are the 4 stations of the ship. Make them feel like truly different spaces. Then, as the only crew, maintain the stations, and the stations will maintain you. Each Spaceship U is different, and figuring out how to best run it over the course of the day, the week, or longer isn't easy. At times, you will fail, and things will get worse. That happens. But there's no point in berating yourself. There is only one thing to do. Keep the core spinning. Complete the mission. Come back better than before. See you on Earth, Captain.
After watching the Lockdown Productivity Spaceship U YouTube video, I would like you to answer this final set of questions by first copying and pasting the text below that is italicized into a private Teams message to myself, Mr. Thompson. Once you've sent me the questions, I would like you to go through each of them and answer them. In this particular reflection, I want you to remember the importance of keeping your answers concise, between 1 to 3 sentences in length, and using proper spelling and grammar. The questions are as follows. 1. Is streaming shows, movies, or playing video games always bad? Explain what it means to relax at the appropriate time and in the appropriate place. Question 2. Some days we will be in class for over 3 hours. What are some good strategies to stay focused during this time? And lastly, what are 2 things you will do to ensure you return from this lockdown better than before it started? Explain.